Hello everyone, welcome to my jungle story. I'm Jacqueline and today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a walkthrough of my collection and show you some really exciting updates. The last time I did an update like this, I feel like that was ages ago, but it actually wasn't, but it's just because so much has happened in my collection. I also have a couple of new plants, of course. But yeah, so much has happened that I feel like I needed to update you before I did anything else, because I do have a moss pole maintenance and a huge repotting most of my plants in pond video. So yeah, I wanna update you before I start doing that, because there's going to be a lot of change there as well. I am in the middle of filming my moss pole maintenance video. I had to take a break. So you're going to see like a little bit of the beginning of the video, and then eventually you'll see at the end of that video of the moss pole maintenance video, you'll see a little bit more of an updated version, because I have a lot of moss pole maintenance to get onto. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to take you around and show you some exciting updates. This one, ever since I've moved here, okay, wait. I didn't want any plants to break in this video. Ever since I moved her to the south-facing window, look at all that new growth. That is all new. She's just been loving it. She was quiet when I bought her. If you can see there in the pot, they cut off, like, I obviously did it to propagate the plant, but I also have to be careful because it does have spikes, and they don't hurt, but when they get in your skin, it can be irritating. But she's given me so much new growth. And I love that the new growth is like pinky. So pretty. Yeah, she's been an absolute, she's just catches my eye whenever I see her. She's so pretty and so beautiful. Let's bring you over so I don't have to pick up every single plant. So this has kind of become a little bit of Hoya territory, because I put a couple of Hoyas here and I just noticed that they loved it here. So I've put all of my Hoyas here. I had 2 Hoyas in my cabinets, but I brought them out and I put them here as well. And it was the Matilde and the Calistophylla, I think. But the Matilde, she's shooting off ever since I've put her here. And they all have, okay, she doesn't have the most amazing, but she's not been here for the longest time. All the rest has. But I saw the other day, yeah, look at those juicy roots. Look at the size of that leaf. That just amazes me. I've honestly just become obsessed with my Hoyas. They've just, I don't know. I never thought I would be a Hoya girly, because I heard from so many people that they were so incredibly slow and blah, 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 but maybe it's just the environment that I'm able to give them with the south-facing window that they love it here, but I absolutely love Hoyas. I actually have a new Hoya on the way, so that haul will be coming soon. But this is is it Crassiopelta? I don't know, I'll put the name on screen. But ever since I put her in the spot as well, I love it's so satisfying when they do that themselves. And all of this new growth, like his new baby's there. She's going for it. There's just growth everywhere. It's just amazing. And that newest leaf, that splashy. This, I don't know if this is the splash. I'm kind of thinking it is. But it was sold to me as just a normal one. So, I don't know. But really impressed by her. And another one that has been catching my eye is the Hoya Croniana Eskimo. Is that the one? But when I bought her, she was actually only just this fine. And she's given me all of that new growth. I've put her on a trellis. And where was it that I saw a peduncle, and it's doing something. Okay, can you wait? Can you see it? And it's actually doing something. I had another Hoya, I'll show you that one in a minute, that also got a peduncle, but it died off because it's a very small Hoya, so I didn't think it was going to do anything. But this one is probably, I've had this one in my collection. No, I've not had this one in my collection the longest. I've had another one, but that one is not on a south-facing window, and it's actually not been, it's just not really been growing that much. But this one, since I put it on a trellis, has just been exploding. I mean, look at that. She has been very slow, but I should have put her here in the south-facing window when I got her, because like I said, she was just that cutting, and she's given me all this new growth. But I love her. She is so pretty. So pretty. So she's really been catching my eye. The new growth as well. I've noticed that the leaves are getting slightly bigger since I've put her in the south-facing window. So all good things. And then I don't know if I should call this one my favorite actually, but I think I am going to call it my favorite just because I love the leaves. This is the Hoya caudata. It was sold to me as the Hoya caudata big leaf, because apparently with the regular ones, the leaves don't get as big. I don't know. I just thought it was the caudata. I just wanted it for the foliage because I love those leaves. But I mean, look at her. She's already like crossing over. I need to actually attach this one a little bit more. But there's new leaves growing here. Yeah, I mean, I love her. She's definitely, this leaf actually, I don't know why. It's kind of, that's because of the clip. That's my bad. Let's move the clip upwards a little bit. I don't know. But I love those leaves. Love them. Absolutely love them. She's definitely my favorite Hoya. And this is the one that I said got a peduncle. It's doing it again, but it just died off. I didn't think it was going to. Oh wow, I need to give her water. She dries out very, very quickly. She's in a very, very chunky mix. And yeah, I need to, oh, there's new leaves coming in there. I made this like little trellis with just a couple of sticks, but I've just noticed that she's giving me another, I don't know if you can see it there, wait. Can you see there's another peduncle there? And that one looks like it might do something. I don't know, but she's tiny, so I didn't think that she was going to give me one. I don't know. I do need to give her water, that's for sure, because the leaves are feeling a little bit sucked. But I love this one. I don't want to take her out of this pot because I love this combo, but I am eventually going to have to because she is in a very, very small spot. Another plant that has been really exciting me, I actually rescued this from Mitch's work. It was looking very, very sad and pretty much on its last days. But this is a kalanchoe of some kind. I don't exactly know which one, but look at all that new growth. She's so happy. I'm actually, are those roots already? I don't know, I can't see anything. But she's so pretty. I love her. Absolutely love her. I've not really had the best of luck when it comes to kalanchoes because I have a new kalanchoe tomentosa here because my first one died. I think I gave her a little bit too much water at some point, but yeah, I'm trying again with that one. That one seems to be doing a lot better, but for me the trick is putting them in terracotta because I can sometimes be an overwaterer when it comes to my cacti and my succulents. And then I have to show you my beauty. The beautiful, I mean, just look at her. Just look at her. Her newest leaf is that one over there with like the extra white. She's beautiful. I've put her here, so this is a south-facing window, but it has like this privacy screen sort of thing going on. And yeah, I think it just does the plants really well, that they don't get blasted with sun. There has been 2 alocasias that I've had to move from here since about halfway through, maybe the beginning of June or something like that, when we have had a little bit more of hotter weather. But right now it's actually not really that warm and the sun's not really been coming out that much, to be honest. But I wanted to show you this. So I repotted this with you guys, and when I showed you my potting room video, oh my word, can you see those roots? I mean, she loves it. She loves it here. All new roots. Oh, I'm so happy I got this plant. She's definitely one of my favorite at the moment. But she's doing really, really well. Really well. She seems to be very happy with this spot. And oh yeah, while I'm here, my monkey tail. So this was actually my backup monkey tail. And my other one is in front of the mother grow light. She kind of stopped for a while, but that's because I forgot to water her once. I have like a schedule with my cacti and succulents, and I missed the day. So then it completely threw me for a loop. But this one, she's grown so much. I'll link the video down below where you can see both of them, of what they look like when I bought them. But I mean, wow, I'm very impressed. I think the one in front of the south-facing window is definitely going to be the winner out of the two. My Hoya australis Lisa is giving me so much new growth lately. Just look at all that new growth. And I watered it the other day. I find this is what I love about clear pots, but I find this so satisfying. Just look at that. Yeah, she's very, very happy. Also, again, in front of the window, giving me lots of new growth. And unfortunately, she's giving me, oh wow, she's already coming out the bottom. This is my syngonium mottled. I had a bunch of cuttings and because I really wanted, I had a really nice full mottled plant, but she was getting too long and leggy, so I completely chopped her up. That was actually quite a while ago, actually. That was definitely more than 6 months ago. But all the new leaves she's giving me are completely green. I have this cutting down here that has a really nice leaf, and it's giving me a new one as well. So I hope that one is going to be a little bit more variegated. But I just love the mottled look. I'm giving her lots of light, so I don't think that's the problem. Okay, let's move over to the top. So this is something that has changed quite a lot since my last update. This is actually Mitch's corner, but I haven't taken over. I haven't. It's kind of 50-50. He still has all of his plants in his cabinet, but the plants that are mine that I've put on here are the philodendron majestic and the Monstera dubia. The Adansonii and the dragon tail, those are his. But when I say this, I do mean that all of our plants, we kind of see it all as like one joint collection, but his plants are the plants that he does pay a little bit more attention to. Even though I am the one that takes care of them, I still, it's kind of hard to explain, but it's just the ones that he tends to look at more. Like he'll never look, he's not really like a Hoya person, he'll never look at the Hoyas. But when it comes to climbing plants, like his Splendid, that's his baby, which I'll show you in a minute because that's given us the biggest leaf ever. Yeah, those are his babies. So I did he did say something about me taking in some of the plants. But because some of his bigger plants have moved to another area, actually where the desk used to stand, so the desk is over here now in the corner because we actually got a new couch. So we used to have a really big L-shaped couch and it used to take up this entire wall. But now we have a smaller couch. I love it. Honestly, I love it more than the other couch. And it was actually also secondhand. It was from my godmother. So yeah, love this couch. Honestly, best thing we've bought this year, 100%. It just gives us so much more room. I like that when I'm editing, I can be in the corner there and Mitch is sitting literally right there gaming. So yeah, that is also a little update. But yeah, his climbers, his glorious and his splendor are in the corner there. I'll show you in a minute. But over here, I've added 2 of my plants. So this was something that I did the extension of the dubia. You'll see that in the moss pole maintenance video. But I'm going to bring her over. You can see her a little bit. Yeah, she was right at the top. She was actually also already like curling around because I do think that leaf, I thought that was a thrip. No, it wasn't. That leaf was like going around the side like this one has. So I did it just in time, to be honest. But the majestic is coming to the top of the pole there. She's already going to unfurl a new leaf. So I need to do that. I need to do that ASAP. But yeah, his Adansonii is here, looking really good. Also going to have to extend her, I think, but I could maybe wait a week or two. I don't know. It depends on what the weather does. They did say it was going to get a little bit bigger, so yeah. But the majestic is such an eye catcher in this corner now. I just love looking at her. And yeah, I've put my monkey tail here right in front of the light, and I have seen there's some new growth there, but it definitely hasn't grown as much as the other one that I just showed you. But yeah, that's what's changed in this corner. Plant's looking very full. His dragon tail has also just given us a new leaf. Yeah, really easy plant, the dragon tail. And the Prince of Orange is actually kicked back into action. She did not give us new growth for quite a while, to be honest. I don't know if it was maybe due to the couple of times that we forgot to water. I don't know. That leaf there is a little bit of a weird size. But yeah, she's coming back alive. And this one just does not stop growing and needs water all the time. So I need to repot her very soon. But as for the rest on this side of the room, so we have my plants over here. This one has not stopped blooming. She just goes and goes and goes. Yeah, she's given us so much new growth. I'm gonna bump up light exposure so you can see a bit. Yeah, she's given us so much new growth. I chopped her up and I put all the pieces into the pot and they've all rooted. I didn't even wait for the cut to dry out, like callus over. I just stuck them in there. I thought, you know what? She grows so incredibly fast. I'm not worried about her. And they've all rooted. Actually, it's a clear pot, so maybe we can see. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Okay, they've got very, very fine roots, so I don't know if you're going to be able to like pick it up on camera, but she's definitely rooted very, very well. And another really exciting thing is the dragon moon, which has not given us a new leaf in probably about 3 months, 3.5 months. Yeah, she's given us this beautiful new leaf. Very, very hardy plant. It has not had any pests or anything since we've had it. It's given us a lot of new flowers, but I think that was just the stress from putting it from soil into pond. Didn't really like that, to be honest. Okay, my cabinet. There's a lot of exciting things happening in my cabinet. So I need to pot this one up. This is one that I'm going to be potting up in my huge pond repot video, but I got a Alocasia heterophylla or dragon breath, whatever it's called. She did drop quite a lot of leaves when I put her in water. That water is a bit yanky. I need to change that out. And it stinks. Oh dear. Yeah, she did drop quite a couple of leaves. If you would have seen her in my Alocasia collection video. Yeah, she dropped quite a lot of leaves, but she seems to be quite happy. She's given me a lot of new growth. I mean, that water is really gross, but there's a lot of new roots in there. And that corm has also grown a little bit more, actually. I love this plant so much. My anthurium luxurians has given me this new leaf and that one. So there's actually 2 plants in here. I could separate these 2, but I'm not going to because I want it to be full. But she's sizing up really, really nicely. But I have noticed is that she's drying out very, very quickly. So yeah, I'm going to have to... I also just treated her for thrips. I didn't see any thrips on her, but she was standing next to a plant that had thrips. so I had to move her. But I'm actually going to put her on my watering station because she needs water. This is also my baby. I could see if I can actually take her out. This is what I mean when it comes to like the pond. I need to take a really good look. Oh, look at how stunning she's looking. That leaf, that is not even the latest leaf. So she is popping out leaves like there's no tomorrow. This, it's still hardening off, so I'm going to be a little bit careful. That's the latest leaf. Oh, isn't that beautiful? I honestly thought when she gave me this leaf that she was going to revert. And then she gave me this leaf. I bought her with just this one leaf. So I bought her based on this leaf. And then she gave me that one. Then she gave me that one. Then which one did she give me next? Oh yeah, then she gave me that one. This is one I thought she was reverting. Yeah, then that one, and then this is the latest one. But I mean, she is looking so beautiful. The leaves are also sizing up. Oh, I'm gonna have to take her out of the cabinet, but she's got some really nice juicy roots. She's loving life in pond. This was actually the first plant that I tested in the coarse semi-hydro mix from Soil Ninja. And since testing that, I'm going to transfer all of my pond plants to this coarse mix. I'm just going to mix the Lechuza pond that I bought, but I'm going to mix them with this existing, just because I can see there's a lot of air pockets and they love that. They love that. So I'm definitely, actually, I'm going to leave it out, otherwise I'm not going to be able to show you the rest. But this one is so exciting. So this was a plant that I got in the same video with the monkey tail cactus when I, did I unbox her in that video? I think so. But it was a haul anyway. I'm just checking on the roots. I think this mix might be a little bit too dense because I have not really had to water her that much. But this is the latest leaf that she's given me. So this is the anthurium Queen of Hearts. I've noticed this leaf is eventually going to die off. Yeah, I need to actually have a look. I think this mix might be a little bit too dense. But that latest leaf is promising. So that's really exciting. The Anthurium magnificum, I don't know if it's going to be able to pick up on camera, to be honest. But that newest leaf does have like a little bit of damage. That was from thrips. But that's the latest leaf, and that was the leaf before. So she's sizing up nicely. It still needs to harden off a bit, so maybe she'll inflate a little bit more. This is also really exciting. This is my aglaonema pictum tricolor. This is the latest leaf. So beautiful. She's growing really nicely, and she's giving me two shoots down there. I don't see any roots. Oh wait, no, yes I can. There you can see some roots. Yeah, she seems to be really happy. I actually put her in a spot where she's kind of underneath all of the foliage that's going on in here. And okay, come on leaf, work with me. She seems to be very happy. This is also really, I cannot wait to pot this one up actually. But she's recently given me this leaf. How beautiful is that? So something that I've been doing differently with my semi-hydro plants lately is they all have Osmocote in here mixed. But since I've been adding a liquid fertilizer that is specifically for hydroponics, I've noticed a substantial growth in my collection, specifically when it comes to leaf size. The fertilizer that I'm using is the one from plants.com. It's a very general fertilizer, but you can also use it for semi-hydro. Because the last leaf she gave me was this one. So she's sized up very nicely, and it's still very soft. So it's still, and I can already see there's a new shoot there. So yeah, since I've been doing that, I've noticed quite a substantial growth in my plants. They seem to really like the extra. The Osmocote, the thing is with Osmocote is you never really know. Wow, I tipped a plant over. quite a while ago, and there's still like bits everywhere. The thing is with osmocote you don't really know 100% if you're getting, if it's getting enough nutrients, because first of all, is there enough osmocote in there? You don't really know. So adding that extra bit of fertilizer does really make a difference. I have to rave on about this plant. I talked about her in my last video when I gave you guys an update on my rescue plant. But I mean, she's so stunning. I cannot believe that just 3 months ago, she was 3 tiny cuttings. I cannot believe it. I never thought that I would be able to own a string of pearls again. I have such bad luck with them. But obviously doing it from cuttings has been successful. For the rest, there's not really much happening here. My Hoya variegated is up here. She's also given me a lot of new growth actually. But she's so pretty. This was actually a little present from Mitch. She came home with it. She's given me so much new growth. There's over here, there's over there. Yeah, she seems to love this spot, which also is, highlight and everything. Okay, down here, I would say probably the most exciting thing happening down here is my philodendron Choco Red is giving me a new leaf. I'm gonna have to try and like zoom in. Yeah, she's giving me a new leaf there. I don't want to take her out because I'm gonna disturb the other plants. But actually, this last weekend, I came home with 2 little, wait, look at that. 2 little baby Alocasia mellows. This is from my mom. Her Alocasia just started popping out corms like there was no tomorrow, and she had so many corms that came out. I think it's the specific grow light that she has that it really works well with corms and like really young plants. But aren't they cute? So cute. I love them. And these are also 2 plants that I'm going to be putting in pon that I got from my last haul. They're doing really well. They're rooting really well in there. Seem to be really happy. The Makoyana is giving me a couple of like browning leaves, but that's to be expected. I mean, they're adjusting. This one's already given me new growth there, so she's quite happy there. And actually, just recently, my Alocasia cuprea gave me this beautiful new leaf. Honestly, the camera does not do justice for this plant because it doesn't pick it up very well. But yeah, she's rooting really nicely in there. So I'm going to take her out fairly soon, I think. Yeah, she's doing really well there. But for the rest, there's not much else happening in here. Let's put her back. This is also something that's changed. So I used to have a bunch of moss poles on here. Now I have this like greenhouse thingy. This actually used to live on the kitchen island and it was an eyesore. It was just, it made the kitchen island look cluttered all of the time, even when it was clean. I wanted to have both of I have my aqua bar behind there, because I used to have that next to like where I used to cook and it was in the way. I needed more room. And this doesn't get a lot of light here, so it's nice that I'm using something here with grow lights. And the plants here are doing pretty well. They seem to be quite happy. I have 2 aglaonemas in the middle there between the 2. And yeah, they seem to be really, really happy. There's not really much else to say. This, however, I have to talk about this plant. She's doing amazingly. So I posted a short about this plant asking if I should put her in pon, and I pretty much answered my own question actually, because she's doing so well that I'm just going to leave her in water. She's given me really, really nice growth. Where was the latest leaf? I mean, wait, here it is. This was a leaf. This here. How pretty is that? So pretty. Yeah, she's really happy. I've got some new roots there. I don't know if you're really going to be able to see that well. Yeah, I have some new roots there. I just add the same fertilizer that I use. Okay, something else that's really exciting is this discordant color. She's making her way up. She's such a pretty plant. She's so pretty. Yeah, she's grown slowly, but she's doing something. Okay, let's try and not get too much, that it's not too like backlit. But this is also really exciting. So the Alocasia mimicrulianza, this was actually, this completely died back, and then she did this. So I'm gonna leave her in here and I'm not gonna touch her. I'm gonna leave her be because she's getting really nice and full. I mean, there's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 5. There's 5 plants in here. But she's doing really, really well. This is the latest leaf that she's given us. It's sizing up like, wow. There's new growth there already. Yeah, looking very, very happy. And I'm gonna leave her be because if she's happy, I'm not gonna fuss over her. Another exciting Alocasia update is this one. Look at the size of that latest leaf. Wow, so this was one that lived on the south-facing window. And since we've moved her, she's given us this leaf, which is just, I mean, look at it compared to my head. It's so beautiful. I actually recently cleaned out the water reservoir. Okay, she needs to be repotted. She needs to go in a bigger pot. Again, another thing that's going to be happening in that huge pond repot video. And over here, well, you can see already there, my strelitzia is finally giving me a really nice big leaf. So she's been on the struggle bus for a very long time, ever since I've gotten her actually. And I think it's mainly due to the fact that when I bought her, she was actually variegated. That's the reason why I bought her, because she was amongst the regular ones. So I didn't pay that much for her at all, but the variegation is all completely gone. You can still see like a little bit of green variegation and not really actually, but she's lately giving me this leaf, which means she's doing well, I hope. Because she's just, I was actually contemplating of getting rid of her, but she obviously heard me. So I've talked about this one. This is my crystallinum hybrid. Don't know what it's hybridized with, but she's recently given me this leaf just after I said I was going to get rid of her. It does have a little bit of damage in the corner, but I think that was due to the fact that she was pressed up against this other leaf. But look at the size of that. It's, honestly, I swear that plants can hear you because she's already giving me a new inflow here as well. And this is still hardening off actually. But I'm gonna have to move her because I can see on the back of her leaf, there's a little bit of sun stressing going on there. This is a north facing window over there, but maybe a little bit too much sun, morning sun, I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna have to move her, and I don't think I'm going to get rid of her because if she's given me this leaf after I just said that I was going to rehome her, it's just the sun. I can't ignore the sun. My 2 crawlers over there, that's my McDowell and my Plumania, also giving me so much new growth. I'm gonna see if I can show you properly. But yeah, these are the 2, wow. This is Mitch's crystallinum hybrid. But yeah, look at that new leaf. It's going to turn fill. It's just amazing. And over here as well. That leaf is kind of having a hard time because it's up against the other leaf, but it's going to be big. And there's another leaf over here. It's just wow. Okay, so this is a corner that has actually changed. So this is where the desk used to be. And it's a planty corner now. Yeah. It was actually funny, I was looking at just this morning and I noticed the plant that I showed you, the philodendron 69686, this is all that's left. It's like the bunny ear pot. That was going to be a big, big leaf. But my daughter, she pushed it over and yeah, it snapped off. But I don't know, I kind of like that it just has the bunny ears. It's kind of cute. So I'm not going to be cutting that off. It's actually kind of funny. It's a reminder, you know. But this is where she knocked it over. So I actually need to take it out of this spot because she sits actually right here when she eats, and that's when it happened. She pulled it over. But yeah, there's not really much happening in this corner. My Monstera deliciosa is not doing very well. I'm actually thinking about getting rid of her because I have my constellation, and that one is kind of filling the gap for me because I really wanted those leaves with like the fenestration and everything. So I don't know. Maybe I should try and put it outside. I don't know what I'm going to do with her. But something else really exciting, which is also one that I'm going to have to extend. pretty desperately, to be fair, is my Monstera acuminata is giving me quite a big leaf there. She's sizing up nicely. She's doing it very slowly. But yeah, I need to put her on a bigger pole. And there's a spider in here. That's fine, you can eat the bugs. If I see spider webs on plants now, I actually don't. Unless it's obviously spider mites, then I'll worry. But for the rest, I just let them do their thing. Okay, this is the splendor that I was talking about. You see that? Look at that leaf. I mean, she's turning to the window, but it's big. If you can see my hand up against it, it's big. It's definitely the biggest leaf. And actually, the glorious, I can show you this one better, is also, that's the latest leaf. She's also given us a nice big leaf. So they're sizing up nicely. I actually found that having the plants in this corner, it's become a lot easier to, especially like the bigger moss poles, like these are probably our two biggest moss poles at the moment. This is definitely the biggest one. It's right there at the top. We've actually had to use the piece of Velcro and attach it to the strap thing that we use to pull down the shutters. Because we don't use the shutters here anyway, but we've had to do that because whenever Mitch puts his upside down, like he waters it with like the upside down bottle technique, whenever he does that, it wants to fall over. It is in a very heavy pot, but it's also in pon. All of his crawlers are actually in pon. He seems to have a really good time with them. It's just easier for watering with us. When we forget, it's just a lot easier to fill up a water reservoir and remember it that way. If we used a chunky mix, I think we would have to water more, and that's where we would struggle. But yeah, anyway, having the plants here in this corner, I feel like being on top of watering is so much easier, and I just love having this like planty corner. It's just so nice. It like adds to the jungle vibe. And it also has made it, I mean, we still have plants on our kitchen island, which is something that I kind of wanted to avoid. But it's not as bad now. It's not like it used to be full, and now there's always a spot where we can like both eat. So yeah, in that sense, it is a good thing. Okay, and then we've gone full circle. So the last little planty corner is this corner over here. And what are the exciting things happening here? Oh yeah, I have a new clarinervium leaf here. This syngonium is doing pretty well. This is the one that I said that had the mold issue. However, I can see it's happening there again. There's just like a tiny bit of, I'm thinking I might chop her back completely, but she is flowering for me, and she has given, like this leaf over here, that's a new leaf, which is a pretty good sign. So yeah, the begonia Tapdons, I've completely cut that one back. But this is probably my best. This is definitely my best looking begonia at the moment. Just look how big she is. I need to actually give her a bit of a shower. She's a bit dusty. But look at all that new growth. I love this. I mean, she looks good all the way around, and I don't turn her around. I love this begonia so much. It's like one of the easy ones. The cane begonias I'm good with. Maybe I should just stick to the cane begonias. But the begonia rexes are so pretty as well. Look at this leaf. It's got like a pinky tinge to it. I love it. I absolutely love it. Yeah, very, very happy. And for the rest, there's not really much else happening. I don't know if this has changed. Has this shelf thing changed since the update? I'm not sure. It's definitely changed a couple of times. It's definitely changed since my, not done, just sitting outside. Okay, so that was a little walkthrough of my collection. I do want to, I think by the end of September, I want to do a full houseplant tour again, because then we'll be like 6-7 months later, because a lot has happened since my first video. And yeah, I have a lot of new plants as well, and just a lot of things have changed around, but I want to really I actually want to save up to get one of those camera gimbals, because then I can really get into it with you guys, and you can kind of see it from my perspective as well. Now I've had to do it with my tripod because I don't have a gimbal, and My first video was I had the DJI gimbal for my phone, but I did it all on my phone. And I don't want to go like backwards and give you guys shaky footage and everything. I want you guys to be able to see the plants from my perspective and really like dive into the jungle with me. So yeah, I want to save up for that, and I want to do an updated houseplant tour then. But yeah, this was just a little update of how things are going. You kind of got to see some pretty big changes. A lot of things have moved around. I'm very, very happy with my collection at the moment, where things are. We've actually been doing, I don't want to say downsizing, but we've put a lot of cuttings, like out of 10 plants, we could make like 1 plant sort of thing, if you get what I mean. Like with all the cuttings and propagations and everything, giving plants away, selling them. There have been some plants that I'm just thinking about getting rid of or either putting in the garden, like that Monstera deliciosa. I don't know, I used to have, I'll put a picture on screen, but I used to have such a beautiful Monstera deliciosa, and hormones took over in my pregnancy, and I became very, very overwhelmed with this plant, so I chopped her up. So I regret not having that one anymore. I hope that you enjoyed. I'm happy that I got you guys up to date. I will link the video down below of my last updates. It's kind of, I watched it before filming this, and it was kind of really fun seeing like all the differences and seeing everything that's changed. Yeah, it's also, there are some things that might, actually no, my daughter's crawling around and she's pulling herself up, so there are some plants that I have to be careful of. I have, for example, oh no, it's not standing there anymore. I had my Dieffenbachia reflector on the floor. It's still on the floor. It doesn't really seem to be interested in it, but the Dieffenbachia are known to be very, very poisonous. So then again, a lot of plants are quite poisonous. But anyway, I was going to say that some things might change again because she's crawling and touching everything. But things seem to be pretty good. And Matteo doesn't, she pays a lot more attention to the plants than Matteo did. So things might change there, but I don't have a lot of plants on the floor. So I think it will be okay. I think I'll be fine. I don't feel, I like rearranging and giving it like a spruce up, but I don't like doing it, I don't like giving plants a major shock, which is what I do anyway when I do the rearranging. But right now, everything is pretty happy. I've had a couple of times where I've had to treat for thrips, but as soon as I see a thrip, I drop what I'm doing and I treat it straight away. I don't wait, because as soon as you wait, that's when things get worse. I've learned from my past self not to do that. But yeah, I just want to say I'm almost at 500 subscribers, and it has been almost 5 months since my first YouTube video, and I just want to say thank you to everyone who's joining me in my story and in my jungle story. That's where I came up the name, is I want to share this with you guys. And whenever I'm doing like repots, I'm always like, oh, I wish you guys were here, I could ask you. And I've had so many helpful comments and people giving advice and tips, and I've actually saved a couple of plants as well. So thank you so, so much. If you're new here, please subscribe. I want to bring you along on my story. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And I will see you in the next video, which the next 2 videos should be the huge repotting all of my pond plants. Well, most of them, not all of them, but probably about 95% definitely. And my moss pole maintenance video. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Yeah, I will see you in the next video. Bye.